show it to him, because that's not what we do. So either way, Alex won that match fair and square, and we're gonna get to the next match, which is gonna be Dave Grabert at the bottom versus Marcelo Barberi. You probably should know both of these players. Both of these players pretty successful in the past. And Marcelo is gonna go first, and he's gonna do so with the Terra Top. Well, so you now know it's not Monarchs. I know it was not Monarchs from the start, but okay. Yeah, you all know the password now. Who cares? You're in the stream already. It's like I only tell them to put a watch as password so people watch on Twitch and not on DN itself. So yeah. And Dave has to max C on neutral game state here, because Borg is an inherent special summon. Like, he can just put that and do so. But Marcelo is going to give him a card regardless with normal summon Phantom Knight Silent Boots. So we know it's Phantom Knight BA, or it could be pure Phantom Knights at that point, but I knew already it was not. And milling the Farfar, he reveals that he's indeed running Phantom Knight Burning Abyss. So let me quickly open up both of these deck lists on my second screen. Yep, I got them. Okay. So yeah. No Hearthstone today. Nope. We got this nice little tournament to stream today. So this is some nice little entertainment. Anyone made necking the kaijus in Phantom Knight BA? Well, I will not tell you if anyone does it, who does it, but I can check if anyone does. Okay, this one does not. Nope. This one, no. This one is not even Burning Abyss. No. 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 Nope. There's one guy with kaijus, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. So, strong answer by Dave here. The Max C stopped Marcelo from doing too much, and the Twin Twister is going to hit both of the back rows. And we see no maxi from Marcelo. He did hit a Fog Blade, which is, I mean, it was for free because of the Silent Boots, and it will also bring back another Phantom Knight. So technically the Twin Twister wasn't super strong, but still it got rid of all the back row, which is really nice. He's gonna mill 3. He's gonna get the Farfa effect. If he didn't special it, I missed that, but we're gonna see if he uses his Farfa effect here. And so we also know now we have a complete mirror match. We know both of these decks are Phantom Knight Burning Abyss. So after this match we will have seen all the 3 big decks of the new format. We will have to see if there's any pendulums after that, but we have seen Cosmo, Monarch and Burning Abyss now. The Dante hit's not the most amazing one. He did hit, I think, a Ragged Gloves, if I saw correctly, but the Barbar at this stage of the game rather useless. We'll see if he has another Burning Abyss in hand. That's gonna be nice to know. Oh, he discarded that with Twin Twister, I think. So he's gonna be able to search that Fog Blade. It would be really good for him if he could make a Beatrice here. That would be important. He said big deck, yeah. The 3 big decks. Well, Burning Abyss, Phantom Knight, the advantage of the deck, while we see that Dave probably is not able, he's not able to make Beatrice here. The one advantage of Burning Abyss Phantom Knight is that it has this, like, the Fog Blade is not the most amazing trap, but it's a trap that you don't have to draw, which is pretty nice. Like, being able to have some sort of defense in your deck without having to play like a heavy trap lineup is very nice. Very nice. And also, it's nice that you can continue playing when you have Beatrice on the board. And we see Dave straps on the helmet tight here and flips the floodgate, the emptiness. And this could be some annoying times right now coming up, because there's 2 Dantes in defense and an emptiness face up. Yeah, wait until Winter Blossom, and yeah. Winter Blossom is gonna be horrible for Burning Abyss. Horrible. We'll see if Dave decides to get rid of his own emptiness here by using the Dante, but I doubt he will. I don't think he will. Because, oh, he will. Okay, interesting. Because I think he cannot use the Sir right here, because Sir is optional. And the emptiness is gonna start a chain now, and Sir will not be able to activate because emptiness is still face up right now. Emptiness goes. Calcab is activated. I mean, he must have some sort of follow-up here, otherwise that play makes, to me, it makes no sense. Like, he must at least have drawn a Burning Abyss to make Beatrice now, because he also missed out on his Sir effect. In the OCG, Burning Abyss was still really successful even without Winter Blossom. Yeah, but they had, I mean, before the last ban list in the OCG, they had triple Tour Guide, triple Sir, triple Skarn, triple Graph. That's huge for consistency. Because the thing about Burning Abyss is now, the deck has, the Winter Blossom is like an auto-lose card, almost, right? So a certain percentage of games, you're just gonna lose to it, okay? That's just true, that's just gonna happen. Plus, because the deck is not, like, you don't win every other game where there is no Winter Blossom, right? You have a certain percentage of games which you lose because your opponent just beats you without Winter Blossom, you know, this, like that. And that means now the win rate of Burning Abyss will still go down with the release of Winter Blossom, because it has the games it naturally loses and it has the games that it loses to Winter Blossom. Like, that equals a lower win rate than before, so it's definitely weaker. Opinion on cards against Winter Blossom first turn. From what I've seen so far, there's nothing good. Like, some people in chat have just suggested Direct Down to the Grave when we're discussing it, but this is not a really good thing. Like, the thing about Drag Down into the Grave is that the ordering doesn't really work, because, like, you cannot put monsters on the board, I think, because then Winter Blossom fucks you up. But you also cannot set your spell and traps first, because then you cannot special summon BAs anymore. So your opponent is going to be able to get something out of your hand that is not a Burning Abyss. Like, the ideal situation for Drag Down would be if they have to discard something that is profitable for you, like a Burning Abyss or a Phantom Knight, but you cannot set your spell traps so they can discard those. You cannot go for Terror Top before you do it, because then you have monsters and they can chain Winter Blossom. It just, the order just messes up. What else can you do against it? There's nothing you can do against it. There's just nothing. I mean, like, Prohibition, I guess, but that's like, you need to draw Prohibition in your opening hand, and you need to draw a reasonable 4 other cards if you decide to go first. And then if your opponent doesn't have Winter Blossom, like, the Prohibition is just a complete -1, right? It doesn't seem good to me, but okay, let's go back to the game. Dave did summon Beatrice, and discarded Farfa. Prohibition is also a card that you have to put in your spell trap zone. Yeah, I think Marcelo's correct here. Like what Dave means is because this guy was summoned with Fogblade, it would normally be banished when it leaves the field, and he targeted it with Farfa, and now the question is, does it come back? Like basically the question is, is it banished by Farfa, or is it banished by the Fogblade condition? And I think it will come back. I'm not totally sure. Oh god. Let me Google that quickly. Or does anyone in chat know for sure? I know Luke Randy was in the chat earlier. He's good at rulings. Tell me if that's what's happened so I can rule it. I'm just gonna, maybe he's on DN. No, he's not. Yeah. So maybe he's offline. So Farfa Fogblade, I'm just gonna Google that. Call admin Kappa. It stays banished, okay. Alright. Okay, alright. Works exactly like Fader and Plague. Yeah, I mean it's the same condition, right? If it works on this, like that. I just also didn't know about the Fader ruling, but that's good to know. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna stay banished. I'm still curious about that decision though, to get rid of his own emptiness there and also skip on his Sir effect basically, because he had to detach Sir and he couldn't activate it because at that point emptiness was still on the board. If it leaves the field to banish a card, you can confirm what effect banish it, so it should stay banished. Well, the thing is, Farfar makes it leave the field, and Fogblade makes it so it's banished. Like it basically doesn't matter where Farfar would send it because it's gonna get banished by Fogblade anyways. That's how I can imagine it being, but okay. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because like Farfar attempts to banish it, remove it from the field basically, and then Fogblade is gonna say, okay, it's banished permanently. Okay. We learned something. We learned You could play Burial from different dimension for Blossom and go second for BA. But what does it do? How does it help you to do that? Because I'm pretty sure if you Burial back the Dantes, you cannot summon them with Sir, right? Because they were never summoned properly. It should work like that, right? Like the same, like the Stardust that is like summoned from Starlight Road, you cannot bring it back. Or a Herald you send for Kaleidoscope to the grave, you cannot bring it back. Whatever. Like the Dantes, you basically cannot. Is there a way to get them back to hand? No, right? Because the only way you get back BAs to hand is normally Dante itself, right? So yeah, it doesn't solve anything. And we see Marcelo also going into Beatrice. He discarded a graph, summoned a Skarm. The Skarm immediately dies because you have Beatrice on the board. And now we're kind of like in this situation again where both players can't really do anything, which is a lot like that's just what the freaking BA mirror match is so often, because like both of these decks summon 25 defense and 28 defense so often, but both of these decks can't get over these numbers, so we're gonna be here in a while. Burial and the new jar that shuffles 5 back. Well, that's a very specific card combination to counter just that Winter Blossom. At that point, you should probably just not be playing. You should just not be playing Burning Abyss. And you also cannot return Dante to the extra deck itself because if you Burial it, it's not sent to the graveyard. It's just returned from banished to the graveyard. This does not count as sent. Okay, so Dave is going to be Beatrice thing. In Marcelo's turn, actually. And he's gonna get his Skarm search. He did mill Tour Guide earlier, so that search is not available for him. Interesting decision to use the Beatrice in the end phase too. Because if he had Tour Guide in the deck, I would understand it. Maybe he forgot that he milled it. But like, I mean, why not in your turn, right? Because that's his last Beatrice material. What do you need the Skarm search for here? I'm gonna ask Ali about the end of match procedure. If there is one, maybe there's not, I don't know. It could be a pain if there's no die mode. Play Necrophase to get the monsters back. Well, like, I mean, at that point, if you play such specific cards, you make your deck so much worse in general. Like, why don't you just play something else then? Also, I've just read that all the OCG exclusives are revealed for the next set, and it's not gonna be Blue Eyes Alternate Dragon, so Blue Eyes not a thing, boys, not a thing. I mean, but then, like, you have Necrophase on the board, what do you do? Even after that, what do you do? Like, you have Like, how do you even make Dante after you summon Necrophase? Like, you make Necrophase to return Dante's and then what, pass? No. Okay, so Dave is gonna do some Phantom Knight shenanigans, which is exactly the reason why this is the advantage of BAPK, right? He can continue playing. Well, like, if he was pure BA and he milled Tour Guide, he was out of place for the turn. Like, how do you do that? You have to do like Libic, but that only gives you 1. So weird. Dark Hole to clear your own Necrophase. Yeah, that's gonna be the best deck. Key Beetle for even more stall, please not. Alright, so I'm being informed that Stefano Memoli has received a match loss now after not sending in his decklist for like 50 minutes after they were supposed to play. I mean, Marcelo sent it to me at 1949 and they were supposed to start at 19 o'clock, and Ali decided to give a match loss for that. That's Ali's decision. He's the tournament organizer, so that's what it is. I mean, like, if I was the thing is, they were supposed to play at 19 o'clock, but the time for submitting the deck lists was 18 o'clock to me. Like, they were supposed to submit their deck lists till 18 o'clock. So Memoli missed that thing by almost 2 hours. So I guess that is a reasonable decision. I mean, if I was playing in a top 8 win a flight, I would be sending my decklist in time. So okay, Ali's decision has been done. Alright, so that means Stefano Cordoni is going to be in the top 4 already, which is the opponent. Like, Stefano Cordoni is going to play against the winner of these two guys, which is immediately. They can start immediately after they finish this game, so we don't even have to take a break for that. And yeah, okay. So we have 2 of our top 4 players already. He did not send his deck lists, and he was not online. Like, I didn't see him on Facebook. He didn't message me whatsoever. Like, he could have just messaged me like, "Hey, I'm at work," or I'm late. I will send you my deck lists in 30 minutes. Is that okay, or something? But he just didn't say anything. He just wasn't there. Why does nobody play Crash Buck? Well, maybe because nobody knows what Crash Buck is. Well, I don't know what Crash Buck is, so I'm gonna Google that. Okay, that's an archetype. I don't know. I don't want to read archetypes. Okay, let's continue with the game. So Marcelo striked the Dante on Dave's turn, and now he went for Tour Guide into Levier. The Tour Guide was Phantom Knight Folkblade, it seems, and then he summoned a Ragged Gloves and made the Levier anyways. Interesting decision of Dave once again to Folkblade the Tour Guide instead of waiting for an XYZ. But I guess he was afraid of the Burning Abyss that was going to be summoned by a Tour Guide. It could have been a far to move the Beatrice out of the way for an OTK. So, okay. Marcelo really low already though. How did that happen? I missed that. There must have been a Farfa on the board and he pushed massive amount of damage. And that explains his decision to fork blade the tour guide because he has another fork blade. I don't know if Marcelo knew about that. He definitely knew about the first fork blade, and the banished silent boots makes me think he knew about the second one as well, but maybe they drew the third one. It's kind of likely to draw one fork blade. Triple fork blade happens too much, guys. It's like it leads to such annoying game states. Oh baby, a triple. Oh yeah. Someone just gambled 800 coins and now chat is spamming minus 800. Clifford players out there unite. Okay. So that should be the end for Marcelo's turn here. I don't think he can do much about that. Dave though, can he beat this board this turn? Can he beat this board? Like, he cannot attack the Levier right now. The Beatrice is still huge with 2800 defense, so we'll see if he can push 2700 through this field. He might. Special summon Uria incoming. That is Stefano Cordoni's account, by the way, so we're gonna just make sure they can start playing right after the match. He just needs numbers 47 plus Barbar. That's true. Yeah, if he does play Nightmare Shark, he can win with that. Not everyone is playing Nightmare Shark. Like, I've seen people play other cards over it. It's not a staple anymore, simply because, like, with the release of Beatrice, you kind of have like more slots you have to fill, or like less slots to fill actually, because the space gets more tight. So he's gonna discard a Farfa, make another Beatrice, but he did summon that Beatrice in defense, which is interesting. He Farfas out the Levier. That's gonna give him a Fog Blade, because that Fog Blade is gonna go to grave, because that Levier left the field. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. Marcelo just messaged me and saying that his PC has to do a mandatory update in 15 minutes. So, well, if they finish game 1 in that time, they can probably just restart and change PC or what. So yeah, he was not able to OTK there. Apparently, he didn't need much. Like someone said in chat, he could have just made Nightmare Shark. Let me just see if he plays that. I'm not gonna say it because Marcelo might be watching. Okay, so I know if he plays it or not. But like technically, the problem is just like with the Beatrice on board, how do you make Nightmare Shark, right? You need to have enough Phantom Knight resources. And apparently he didn't. Because all the Fog Blades were on the board, so he could not use those to bring something back, obviously. And Marcelo's gonna go for another Dante. Dave is gonna respond with his Beatrice effect. Jesus. What are the top 8 decks? I'm not gonna tell you who is playing what, because the tournament is still running and anyone might be watching that is still in the tournament. I'm always gonna show you the lists of the guy who is out of the tournament, because it doesn't matter anymore. And after the tournament, everything is gonna be published. Everything is gonna be online. I think on CCG Facebook we're gonna post it for sure. So yeah. And we see the Farfa on the Dante. Banish Silent Boot to get another Fog Blade and basically stall for more time. And now there's a Fog Blade to stop the Nightmare Shark. Monarch won the first top 8 match. Alex won against Matei 2-1. Because he went first in the third game and Matei's deck list was basically made for going second. Like, his deck was, he main decked Chaos Trap Holes and decided the deflectors and fogging and everything, so he was in huge trouble when Alex didn't brick and went first in game 3. He was able to win. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to say? Look what Yu-Gi-Oh has become. Where's your Brian Neck? Your Necros of Brian Neck, Necros of Trishula attack for game. Where's that? Where is it? Normal summon Sir. Sir triggers, brings back Dante. Third Beatrice. Graf is gonna bring Barbara into the game, I think. Because 2700 is like conveniently just triple Barbara, right? No, Libic. Interesting. That makes no sense to me. Why not Barba? The only thing keeping me in the stream is the potential PC crash. Well, I guess. that could be interesting. So, but like we know that any potential Nightmare Shark can be stopped now with the Fog Blade, which makes the situation a lot more difficult. Like last turn, the Fog Blade, the Nightmare Shark would have just been game, right? Because you Nightmare Shark and then you have one more bar to go and then that's it. He makes the Break Sword instead, which makes sense, of course. Like, you make Break Sword, it gets Fog Bladed, but then if it dies, it at least brings something back, right? It's way better than Nightmare Shark, which just dies, and at that point, you're running one Nightmare Shark at maximum, and if that's gone, it's gone, right? He doesn't want that to happen. He's gonna get his Skyrim Search in the end phase. I put the names of the guys playing in the title so everyone can see it. So he adds Alec to his hand with the Scarm, and Marcelo just messaged me asking for the ruling on the gloves, because what gloves does is you XYZ summon with it, and if you the effect of the XYZ monster becomes to gain 1,000 attack. So if you Fog Blade on the summon, it doesn't get the attack bonus. If he did Fog Blade on the summon, not on the effect. Too many Beatrices, man. Too many damn Beatrices. And too many Fog Blades. I think we're gonna do timeout. I think Ali's gonna announce 1 hour per round. Makes sense because they're playing 40 minutes for game 1 already. Let's Play Pictionary. That was fun. Not today. Today is gonna be the tournament commentary only. Oh, we see Dave with the allure. Let's see if he plays double. He does. I mean, like, this is game 1 and it's 42 minutes now. We can't do that forever, right? Because there's 2 more games in this to come, and let me tell you, there's more Burning Abyss in this tournament. Alright, so I mean, I told him like almost 20 minutes before the end of the round, so it should be fine. This mirror match is so annoying. Oh. It's like I don't look at the screen for like almost 3 minutes or something and nothing happens. Nothing happens. If it goes on like that, we might actually have to do the finals like tomorrow or something. Because I can't stream forever. I mean, he Raigeki'd 3 monsters and now there's 3 monsters. And nothing happened. That gamble. Yeah, let me see. How much do I have? Alright, let me gamble. Jesus. You should make time just 40 minutes. The thing is, though, I wanted to keep it fair. Like, the thing is, Ali forgot to tell them about like timeout. He just didn't think of it, I guess. Which, I mean, but then like the first game was taking like 40 minutes already, and if I set the time to 40 minutes, it's like immediately telling them there's timeout, right? It's like, yo guys, timeout exists and it is right now. Like, I can't do that, right? I have to make it like an hour. So like yeah, basically I can't make it 40 minutes. I think an hour per round is fine, since that would make us end in realistic time. Like, it would maybe take until midnight or maybe 1 o'clock or something like that. That would be fine still, you know, but like not much longer. Could be meta. Maybe. I'm not gonna go into it in detail right now. Don't have the time. Sorry, man. Maybe on another stream where I'm not commentating. So let's see if Dave will deck out here. He only has 7 cards left, and I don't see a realistic way how he can finish this game, because he doesn't even have room to make Nightmare Shark right now. If he would run it. Well, he could make F-Zero indeed. One day they will unban Necros. I'm waiting for that day, man. I'm waiting for it. Does every match get streamed, or just like one in top 8, one in top 4, one in final? We're not gonna stream every match, but we're gonna stream multiple top 8s because we already streamed one top 8 match. This is the second top 8 match we're gonna stream. Because there were some time issues. Like some players, we wanted to start at like 6 or 7, and some players couldn't play at that time, so we made them play later. We're actually also, I think we're gonna see a top 4 match before the last top 8 match. So yeah, we're gonna have more than one match per round, but not every single one. So, to be honest with you, it is hard to say who is favored in this position because it's hard to, because I cannot, as a watcher, I cannot check the graves and stuff. I cannot see who has resources left, you know, who has whatsoever. I'm just very, it's so interesting, or it's weird that Dave is not doing any moves with Barbar already, because like Marcelo has been at 2700 for ages now, and we've not seen Barbar once. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like there must, I think there must have been like a misplay at some point by Dave. He must have somehow, like something, he must have messed something up. I don't know. This is still game 1, yes, but there is time in 8 minutes, so... I know it's fucked up. The rule change is fucked up. Like, it's just like Ali forgot to mention it in the group, and that's. It is true. Like, it affects how you play. It affects how you build. No, I'm just messaging with Ali because we have some stuff to do. Because apparently, Memoli's opponent said that he's fine with Memoli just receiving a game loss, and now they still want to play, which puts us back in time because that's another match we have to play, which like it probably won't end up being. Like normally we would just have Cordoni playing against the winner of these guys right when these guys are finished, but now we have another top 8 match to play, so we'll probably not be able to stream everything today. They probably have to finish the tournament tomorrow, but then in the end somebody is not going to be able to play tomorrow, and it's all going to be fucked up. Either way, what song is this? You can do that by, I think, current song, yeah. So it's timeout now. That's all I can do. Of course I'm calm. Like, I don't really care too much, honestly. I just want to be. I mean, to be fair, I told them 20 minutes ago that there was going to be time, and this is game 1. It's over an hour. Like, we just can't have it. We just cannot have 2 more of these games. How do they imagine it? Of course, it sucks that Ali forgot to mention it in the tournament rules that there's going to be timeout, but like, that's just what it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I understand his point, to be honest. I understand what he's saying, that the situation kind of sucks. I mean, to be honest with you, I think we should just go on. Like, okay, so the way I can see it ruled is they can finish this game and then they have time. Is that fair, chat? Do you think that's fair? Like, they start the next game in time immediately? FTQ both. No, seriously. I can't do that. I mean, I told him 30 minutes ago that there was gonna be time, and then 5 minutes before time, when he knows he's gonna lose in time, he tells me, oh, I'm not gonna accept that there's time. Like, he could have scooped right there. Like, I mean, I know it sucks that they didn't know that there was gonna be time, but like, you should assume that there's time. Like, what are you assuming? It's an online tournament. It's not our first online tournament. I know both of these have played in other of our tournaments, and there's always been a time limit. And like, okay. No, to be honest, I think this is the fairest we can do it. Like, he said he could have scooped earlier, but yeah, he could have. I told him 30 minutes before, like 30 minutes ago, that there was going to be time. I know it sucked that it wasn't announced, but like 30 minutes ago was 30 minutes ago and not now, where he starts complaining. So let's just go back and focus on the game. What we see right here is that Marcelo is actually not even in a bad spot to win the game next turn. I think he can win. Can he win? We will see. I'm not sure. We'll just wait and see, and if he's losing, he's going to be salty. He's going to blame CCG for the loss. That's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. Freaking CCG. Well, it's not like, I mean, you can of course complain about us making a tournament which is basically free to win a flight to America, just to reward the players who play in the championship series. You can of course complain about that. Feel free to do that. So he has Twin Twister for the back row, he has Skarm Surge for Farfa, and I think that's gonna be it. I don't know why he's complaining. Yeah, right, we're so bad for adding timeout in a game that always has timeout in tournament. I don't know. I mean, he wins, right? Doesn't he? Doesn't he just win? I mean, he needs a way to get over both of them. Like, he can banish the Farfa with his Farfa. That doesn't solve the Sur, though. But he can use this guy. He's not under Fogblade, right? This Fogblade has been forever. Sword over Farfa. Oh yeah, because Pilgrim cannot be targeted, right? Yeah, you just attack the Farfa. Then you use... Well, but Dave does have one more turn. And he would be at 400, he would have to do 800 damage. So if he drew a level 3, he could probably do it. And if he has Fogblade plus a PK in the graveyard, the situation is also different, yes. It's like, does he have another Fogblade? I don't know. Yeah, timeout was in Marcelo's turn, and then it's 3 more turns. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, he does have one more. And we have a follow from Superstuff362. Thank you for the follow. It's the first follow today only, even though we have like 95 viewers. What the follows at? I think Marcelo is thinking that's what's happening. PC update. Yeah, what was with that PC update? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Lick the Papa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to CCG stream. So he wasn't even thinking, he was just disconnected or something. And now that I noticed it, yeah, Vidaniel, thanks for the follow. Wow, Vidaniel has been watching forever but never followed, okay. So, if there's another... To be fair though, he could just attack for 1200. And then it doesn't matter if there's a Phantom Knight in the grave. Yeah, 1200 is gonna put him at 1000, him at 1200, and he has the Farfa in grave. So the one thing that can stop him is Barbar. There's going to be deck lists, yeah. Midas 224, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. So Sir Dice is gonna bring back something. Does he run Barbar? I need to know. Yeah. There's Barbar. So I don't know if Marcelo can win this, because if Dave has a Fogblade and a PK engrave, he can activate that, and I think there's no way for Marcelo to play around it, because as soon as the Phantom Knight hits the board, Barbar vanishes, destroys itself. There's no way to prevent that, even with Farfar. There's no way, because he can like Dante in response discard Farfar, but that won't do anything because Farfar would start a new chain after the Phantom Knight already hits the board. So yeah. The one thing that could save him would be his own Barbar. So maybe it would have been correct to search the Barbar and not the Farfar, and then he could have won, because like he Barbars for 900, he Barbars for 900. He's still in the lead. So I think Marcelo, if he wants to get rid of this Barbar with the Farfar, he would have to do it immediately, because any monster that Dave could have drawn would have been like, he can just set it and Barbar dies immediately. There's nothing he can do. And now the question is, does Dave have a Fogblade and the Phantom Knight in the grave to respond to this? He does. He does. Yeah, he would win even. Yeah, if Barbar returns in the end phase, he can still use the effect. Yeah. No, we're not gonna let him shark that. That's a cheap shark. He cannot shark that. Alright. He could have won that if he searched Barbar there, to be honest. That was very obvious though. It really was, wasn't it? Like, you, yeah,